Stop wasting so much money on putters. The game of golf is just becoming more expensive with new product releases. Public golf courses are charging much more for their tee times. The whole entire game, if you want to play it, and especially play it consistently, you have to spend a lot more money. So it's important to look at some areas of golf that we might be spending a lot of money on, but we really shouldn't be. Hey everybody, I'm George Conley with Scratch Golf Tips, and let's talk about putters and how much money we're spending on them. I would argue that the putter is the most important club in the bag, right? It's the club that we hit the most. You know, you might hit 30 plus putts in a round. You certainly don't hit 30 drives or, 36 iron shots, but I think that the pricing of putters recently especially has really gone through the roof, and it really shouldn't be so. I'm going to disclose now that throughout this video, I'm going to mention a few websites that you can go to and a few platforms that you can find putters on. I want to say now, I'm not sponsored by any of these sites. I'm just giving you recommendations based off of what I've done, but there's no payment that I'm getting from any of this. I'm not sponsored by any of these sites. If you want to purchase a brand new putter from one of the big retailers in golf, Scotty Cameron is one of the biggest. Those putters have always been kind of a cut above the rest in terms of quality and craftsmanship. They will always be expensive. They were expensive 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and they're expensive today. However, we've seen a big increase with products like TaylorMade, especially their Spider putters, Odyssey. Those putters are going for $300 plus. And the first piece of advice that I would have for golfers who want a really good brand name putter is don't buy new. I'm going to show you an example now. This is a 41-inch arm lock putter. This is from Odyssey Golf. I believe it's called the 2-ball 10. Yep, 2-ball 10. I just got this fairly recently. If you look at this putter, it is in very good condition, correct? Brand new grip, very little wear and tear. There's no rust. There might be a speck or two of paint that's wrong with this putter, but this is a very expensive putter. New, a 10-ball arm lock is over $250. I think, I've seen it over $300. I purchased this putter for $130 in this condition. I've used this putter for about 2 weeks, so I haven't really put any wear and tear on it. I got it in great condition. I used Odyssey Pre-Owned. This is a site that I've used for drivers and 3-woods. Now I've been fit for all my clubs, so if you want to get fit for a putter, Odyssey Pre-Owned is not the way to go. But if you want a really high quality Odyssey putter that has been slightly used, I would go with them. A big reason why I like Callaway Pre-Owned and their Odyssey clubs is they have a scale of how they rate their clubs in terms of quality. They have like new, good, fair, and I've purchased clubs that are deemed as fair, which should be notable wear and tear, and I get them and they're almost like new. They're seriously very, very good. Again, I'm not being paid by Callaway. I'm gonna insert a link down below. If you want some really high quality brand name clubs, and you can get them very heavily discounted, and the condition is super, super good regardless, I would look at Callaway Pre-Owned. I think the prices on Callaway Pre-Owned have been increasing, but they have a plethora of different putters in terms of length, shaft orientation, wear and tear, so you can kind of navigate and see what works best for you. And I have seen clubs from different brands on that site too. I have seen TaylorMade clubs, so if you want to look at different clubs, it's not just Callaway's on that site, so that's one great resource that I would look into. Now let's kind of shift our mentality towards putters away from the brand new TaylorMade or Odyssey or Scotty Cameron. Those are great putters. Those companies will always make great putters, but they're at incredibly high prices right now. I think that many golfers, especially if you're, not always shooting the lower end of scores, if you're a 15 handicap or above, you don't really need a brand new Odyssey. And if you're spending $400 on it, I don't think you're going to get $400 of worth out of that. I don't think you're going to enjoy your golf more. I don't think you're going to shoot better scores. Instead, let's save money but still put a great putter in the bag. One thing that I've loved doing, and I kind of do it just out of fun a lot of the time, but I actually have received a lot of great putters from this, is I'll go on eBay. And on eBay, you're going to find, granted, much older and much more worn in putters than the pre-owned sites are brand new. I've bought putters that are, 15, 20 years old, but at the end of the day, the technology in putters is not nearly as significant over time as it is in driver. I would never say buy a 20-year-old driver. They're just so different. There's so much more forgiveness in modern drivers. There's more distance. There's more you can do with them in terms of adjusting them. With putters, absolutely. The putters today are better than the putters 20 years ago. I'm not questioning that. However, are they a ton better? Is it worth hundreds of dollars in extra spending? Personally, I don't think so. So let me show you this putter right here. This is an Odyssey Dual Force. This is it's an older putter. I think this was made maybe late 90s, early 2000s. I would say it's about 20 years old. It's a 664, as you can see here. And I purchased this on eBay. This is a 34-inch putter. It had a very bad grip on it. And I was bidding on this. So I'm gonna show my screen here of what I go through on my phone. So I put it at a highest bid of maybe 75. You can go 50, even $30 if you wanted to. And just look at auctions, because auctions are where you can find some pretty good deals. If something's running out, if you want to get one today, you can go on ending soonest, and that's gonna show you the putters that are ending, you know, in a couple minutes, couple hours, maybe a day or two. But anyway, I purchased this putter, and again, is it a little bit worn in? Sure. Is it the prettiest thing? No. But I've tried it, and I actually had this in the bag for like 8 months. I won this putter on eBay. I just went back to my account and checked it. I won this for a bid of $28, which is a pretty good deal. I mean, this putter new certainly went more for that. It's certainly a little bit beat up, but there's no rust. The connection between head and shaft is solid. The grip was absolutely worn out, so I purchased this grip. This is a Super Stroke Slim 3.0. I purchased this for, I believe, $15, and then I brought it to a local golf shop, and I paid, I think, $7 for the installation, because with a putter like this, a putter grip like this, there's a flat side, so you need this flat side to be perfectly locked in with your club face, or else it's gonna allow for some improper manipulation. So all in, with buying the club, the new grip, and installation, that was $45. And this is a good wand. Like it's a good putter. It's made by a reputable brand. It's in good condition. $45. I would not say go out and spend $100 on this. If you're bidding on putters on eBay, don't put a ton of money in, because regardless of, you know, how great of a deal you're getting, if you're spending $100, there's a chance that that putter is too long, or maybe it's bent a little bit. So be careful in what you're buying. I'm not sponsored by eBay. I'm not saying everything's great on eBay. Look at the photos, look at the grip. If you can find a putter with a really good grip on it, and you can save the money by not having to buy a new grip and get that grip placed on, even better. But just be creative in looking at your options. I think too many golf consumers are really settling on, okay, I guess I need to have a $4,000 bag of clubs. And it's just, I think it's setting a really dangerous precedent in the sport. I know that a lot has been done in the past 15, 20 years to make the sport more accessible to everybody, you know, especially in terms of price and getting people out there. So many people and executives and sponsors want to grow the game, and I don't think that growing the game means $400 putters and $800 drivers. That's just me. Be conscious in your spending. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money. If you want to buy the great putter, great. More power to you. Absolutely. Just be understanding of the different options that you have, especially with something like the putter, where the technology, you know, if you're a good putter, you're gonna putt great with everything. If you're a horrendous putter, you can have a $700 putter perfectly fit to you, and you're still gonna struggle with putting. You need to put in the practice, you need to have the right club for you, but just know that there are a plethora of options out there. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a shake-up from what we normally do in terms of tips and instructional content, but I think that this stuff is important to address. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below. As always, thank you all very much for watching. Play well and take care.